Hey, hey, hey!
All you incredible people. All of you incredible eating people, right? Like we gotta eat food to stay alive. So
Yeah,
here
we
we
do.
are,
Meet the
giving you a
Styles.
weekly update from Meet the Styles. Here to encourage, inspire, and support you, beautiful viewer, handsome viewer, cute viewer, whoever you are. And yeah, so we actually just got to do camping, which is not camping.
Glamping.
We do day camping where we will actually just stay, in a hotel in a hotel. And we'll just go out to the camp for the day and visit and just lounge and, cook our food out there. But this time I was able to have plenty of time, energy, motivation, inspiration to cook a couple pounds of bacon and make like 7 boiled eggs. So we had something already to snack on or, just eat for a meal. People eat bacon and eggs all the time, right? For breakfast. So that's what we did. And it was really fun to have that ready to go. And it really helped us to not feel like we needed to have anything else anywhere else. I mean, we did enjoy dinner last night there at a local restaurant that had a delicious steak. So still got to stay on plan. Didn't have to worry about, not being able to get something that was still within our lifestyle of how we're going to be eating. So I thought that was delicious and fun to still support. We do love supporting locals. So that's one way we can do it. And I don't know if I can show, but part of what like almost all the carnivores always say is they don't have any sunburns anymore. They tan really well. So if we can get probably in the sun, I don't know. I feel like it's too dark right here. And mind you, I'm very fair skinned. I don't tan super well usually. I mean, I feel like the tan I have now is like the best tan I've had since I was like 9. So let's see if we can kind of show a little bit here of what my tan is looking like. It's just, and I mean, I stood outside in the sunshine for probably, see if we can zoom in there a little bit. I probably stood in the sunshine for like 3 straight hours. No sunscreen, no worries, no burns, it just tan. That's it. And they say that happens because of all the fat that we're consuming. So I don't know what all that is, with what's in the fat and the meat and, what helps it so you just tan instead of burn. But that's another cool side effect of prioritizing eating your protein, animal protein and animal fat, and just a heightened mood. Like with that energy, I also had a great mood. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is so much extra work and this is stress and I don't want to have to prepare all this food so we can go day camping and have to do the whole drive. I mean, it was just nice to have that even, stable, emotional state, if you understand what I mean. And I'm not even somebody, I wouldn't say that's generally a depressed person or super moody or anything like that. But like Carrie Mann likes to say, with the brain fog, you can't see the fog until you're through the fog. So it's like the same kind of way with your mood stability. Like, you don't know your mood maybe isn't stable until it is stable, and you experience that just feeling again. It's a feeling, just like with the eating. If you experiment a little, if you're able, and you have something off plan, you just can't eat very much of it. It doesn't feel the same way. Yeah.
Whoops.
That's Shane. He does
I'm always testing.
But the point is, when you are testing, is that you're able to just snap right back to it. And you're not stuck in this rut of, oh no, now I feel like I screwed up the whole day, the whole weekend, the whole week, the whole month, whatever. And then you just spiral out of control and eat a bunch of junk. Because then you feel bad.
Yeah, I don't test on purpose. We'll order a steak. I get a potato. If I forget to say no bread and they bring bread, I'll eat it because I hate to waste food.
Yeah, and that's...
But, Go
ahead.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I know, the food waste feeling, it's like... I don't like to waste either, but I also don't want to consume foods that are non-foods and that don't nutritionally fulfill me. And, bring value, essentially, into my life.
Put you down.
Opposed to, just, people pleasing too. Because that's another thing it comes down to. Ooh, I think we're wet on our bench. Is the people pleasing. And we need to just move that up a little. There we are. Woo, beautiful. So yeah, it's like you kind of have this balance of learning along the way. Am I people pleasing within the situation? And that's why I don't want to waste food, because I don't want to disappoint anybody. And that makes sense too. I mean, who wants to be a disappointment, right? But I just feel like when you really start honing in on being educated with what food is food, where we actually came from with food and where we are right now with food, because our food system is nothing like it used to be, and it's showing up in our health. So I think that says a lot. I probably should have brought my water. I talk too much and my throat gets dry sometimes. And this guy, he likes me to do all the talking, so. But no, that's just sometimes us women anyway. Our brains are just going 1,000 miles a minute, and
some guys can talk and talk and talk.
He's my silent warrior. So, it's one of those things where you balance each other out, I believe, in your relationship and in your lifestyle and how you do life together. When you have some opposites within each other and, your relationship, you can rise one up, or, maybe he needs to help me pipe it down sometimes.
Maybe.
So, it's a good way to help balance each other out, I think, and I like it. It's enjoyable. And this sunshine, whew, it is feeling
Look at that.
So hot.
Carnivore
but yeah,
skin.
beautiful. Look at that, yeah. Carnivore tans. I mean, I don't even know what this is going to look like for you guys when you see it, but I'll watch the replay and find out. Because right now, looking at myself on here, I was like, dang. I am looking like I have really good color. I mean,
You do have good color.
my complexion, thank you. I've been told, like, pretty much always, like, I've never been told I have like an uneven complexion or anything like that, but I did receive an amazing compliment from my best friend that was so sweet. And no, it's not biased because she's my best friend. She's very honest. She speaks, what's on her mind, what's on her heart. She doesn't hold back. And she let me know how radiant, she said, your skin is looking so radiant and your tone is very even. So I can say that I can contribute that also. Like, that's a side effect of how I'm eating.
Another benefit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I mean, the scale keeps moving, so that's
more down than up usually.
Encouraging. Yeah, if it's up, it's because of the baked potato. But, or a little bit of bread. But that's, I don't know, that's the other part of it with just learning a new way of living, and then like recognizing those subtle things, like with the mood or with the thoughts, like the food noise, like we said last week. It's still not there. And it's just been really nice to live in the freedom of just doing life, right? And then you're like, oh, yeah, it's time to eat some food. What am I going to eat? I'm prioritizing animal fat and animal protein, so that's what I'm eating. You don't have to wrestle with, oh no, what should I do? Am I prepared? And just have that confusion too, because so many people are telling you so many different things about what you should be eating or what you should not be eating. So just walking in that confidence that what you're doing is working is really where it's at, in terms of not answering to man or answering to anybody else at all. Really just knowing, just this inside knowing of what you're doing is working, you're feeling well, and you should and can continue on. So yeah, and it's been, well, we said like 2 months. We're not tracking like super strictly, but
May 1st, we've just started eating better, making better choices. Her way better than me.
who's counting?
She's been carnivore for the whole time, basically. Me, I'm off and on, OMAD. 1 meal a day with bread, sometimes with potatoes. I'm still feeling better, still losing weight. I know I can get to where I feel way better. And one of these days I'll probably get there.
I was just thinking though, like if you were to put a percentage on how many meals would be non-carnivore essentially, and what's been carnivore. And I feel like over the span of 2 months especially, I mean, like it's probably only been maybe like at the highest 20%.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's been nothing like it used to be. I mean,
way better.
Yeah, like it used to be, oh my gosh, I gotta go to the vending machine, I gotta get candy, I gotta get soda, I'm feeling, like my blood sugars are low and I need to eat candy, eat sugar. And
it was a huge struggle.
Yeah, like that hasn't been something that's happened now, and the blood sugars, to my knowledge, like there's no symptoms anymore.
Pretty steady.
And tracking, yeah, like we do check them occasionally. We don't have a monitor, we don't check our blood sugars constantly, but we check them enough to know that they're staying in a good range. They're staying balanced, steady. Same thing, like with the mood, balanced, steady. It just feels good to feel good, again, is all I can really say. And I know that's on like repeat because I said it last week too, but
it's real. It's
the experience, and that's what we're doing here, is sharing our experience. And if that's part of it, then you'll probably hear a lot of the same stuff again and again when it comes to how we're feeling. Hopefully some new things will come up along the way. That'll be fun. And hopefully we'll get to be able to do some kind of little I don't know, maybe even just a short video. I don't know what we'll do, but when we go to Montana to meet some carnivore friends, already next weekend, coming up on, you know, the 4th, we leave that morning, so that's gonna be really cool, and hopefully we can have a little bit more to share too about different experiences too of other people that we get to talk to and be encouraged by and inspired by, because, you know, it's not just about us inspiring others. I mean, there's plenty of people that are also an inspiration to us as well. So it's this give and this take kind of thing happening, and I think that's a beautiful way to, you know, extend your energy, the give and the take, instead of just sedentary or, yeah. And getting out of our comfort zone. This is actually us really getting out of our comfort zone. Because we don't put ourselves out there like this even. We're very private. We very much just stay within our own home and our own little world, and, you know, we enjoy our own things, and we don't usually think about being a part of the community in the sense of actual activity. Like, we love to be, you know, in the community right now. We love to be supporting our coffee shops in the community. We love to be supporting our organic shops, or, you know, restaurants that provide meals that are safe for us to eat and will make us feel well. I mean, I say safe, but for us, thankfully, we don't have like super bad health issues, so maybe we can be a little tiny bit more flexible. But I know there's people that are highly inflexible with what they can consume, because they will spiral into mental depression, or they will just balloon up like, you know, I was gonna say like a whale. I mean, like, you know, the inflammation is just so bad, and it'll just hit them so hard right away. So they've got to be very strict to their plan. Or, you know, skin issues. I know there's been people that, and I did, honestly, the very first time we tried, because I had eczema, and the first time we tried, I was clearing it up. I mean, within like 3 days, eating nothing but meat. And then, like, I stopped doing that, and I started going back to like the standard American diet, and I mean, it flared so bad. It was like the worst ever. So that's been a journey. I can relate and understand with people who deal with eczema, psoriasis, you know, skin issues, which are very common. And a lot of it comes from our guts. And I don't know if you ever watch Dr. Berg, but he has a really great video on our gut health and how red meat is like the healer, actually, you know. So they had been talking a lot more about, you know, your fruits and your vegetables, and you got to have this variety, and your fermentation and all these different things, and that's what's supposed to help the gut health. But a lot of people are finding out now that it is just prioritizing eating your red meat. So that's been really awesome too. And thankfully I have zero eczema now, and it has been for a couple years. I mean, it wasn't 100% only for carnivore, but somehow I did a switch in my body between eating just cleaner, you know, healthier food and general, and not, you know, junk food, and then taking a probiotic. So I can put that in a link, I guess. I don't know. That's a thing. I hear people say it all the time. And I'm just like, oh yeah.
We'll figure it out.
You know, I don't have any sponsors or anything with that kind of stuff yet, but if there's something that helps me and I can share it with you and it can help you too, and vice versa, it's, again, just that give and take. And I think we should do it. You know, if you're doing something that's working and it's making you feel better and, you know, healing up some of your ailments, then share. Like, we share because we care. So we're already way longer. I thought we might do like a quick 10-minute update, but we're already approaching 20 minutes. So I was like, well, shucks, we should wrap it up. How are we gonna wrap it up? What do we want to do to wrap it up? other than to say thank you so much. And if this is something that you find to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please do tell a friend and just spread the awareness of this lifestyle and how we can actually take control. Like, we can take life, by the horns, so to speak, and we can really start feeling better instead of feeling defeated and deflated and depressed and hopeless, and like there's no way to come out of that, because there's a way. So
Yes, thank you.
thank you so much, and have an amazing week, and we'll catch you next week, and hopefully we'll get to show you some friends from Montana at that point.
Oh yes.